Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Legion Lads. I am your host, JR, and today we got my boy Jose. What's up, man?
Yo,
Right before the podcast, bro, we were talking about, your week and how you've been tired and everything. And like, I feel tired, but like, I don't think I am tired. I mean, I had a very busy week, and I've been burning the midnight oil, so I feel like my face looks tired, but my watch is just like, nah, you're getting good sleep, and I'm just like, all right, I don't know what the problem here is. I think I'm just getting old.
nah, my problem was the kids were on Thanksgiving vacation or
Hmm.
Thanksgiving break. So I was used to sleeping in to 8, 9 o'clock. And it's weird because when you're young, you're like 8, 9 o'clock, what's sleeping in is like noon. What are you
Right.
talking about? But as you get up there in age, you're like, that's 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Ooh, that's sleeping in.
Yeah,
And
man.
Monday, I tell my wife, I said, wake me up because I know I'm gonna sleep through my alarm and I got to get the girls ready for school. She's like, okay. I was so dead asleep. She claims she woke me up. Did
Mm.
I physically open my eyes and see her? She says yes. My brain says no. So I roll over, look at the clock. It's 7:20. My girls gotta be at school at 8.
Ooh.
I jump out of bed, run down the hallway. Scarlett, get up. Scarlett, get up. Layla, get up. Go back, run down, throw their breakfast, together. Come back up. Scarlett got back under the covers and went back to sleep.
Classic.
Cause she spent a week sleeping till like 10 or 11.
Right,
The
right, yeah.
actual sleeping in. So when you gotta get up at 7, she was just like, nope.
Hmm.
So long story short, we were late to school. It is what it is. But in terms of being tired, it's been hectic at work. And the thing is like you want to come home, you want to unwind. So for me, unwinding is painting late hours of the night or playing Battlefield. So it's like I've actually cut those short a little bit by like an hour because I've been so tired.
Yeah. No, man, I totally get it. And like it's been cold. So like all you really want to do is just snuggle up,
Freezing.
you just chill and everything. Like we got this cool Vader like
Oh god.
comfy thing that you just throw over you and it keeps you warm. Like hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
It got ice cold out of nowhere. It was like decent, nice, and then boom, your nipples are hard.
Bro, we've been in the clouds for days. Like I haven't seen the sun for a couple days now. Wild.
After
Anyways,
it was raining for like a whole week.
yeah, we're not a weather podcast. We're a Legion podcast. One thing I want to announce, we are having a recon tournament on December 27th. So our locals that are listening and any surrounding cities that are listening, if you want to join us, it's meant to be casual. Um, we got some new players learning the game with the new boxes. So they got, 600 points worth of stuff and, just come, hang out, play. We're not super try harding. And yeah, it's just, let's see, those 600 points. And my big question to you, Jose, is what are you bringing?
I'm gonna play Gar because I want to play with the new toys. I have the custom Jedis and I have the marksman.
Yeah.
And so recon tournament is where you want to bring like the new toys. So you just play with them on a smaller scale and see
Mhm.
how they feel in that compressed scale. So
What, I guess the real question for me, though, is
you're gonna run everybody over with bikes, we know.
well, that's the debate. That is the debate because I want to play Grievous so bad because he's so much fun, and I don't get a whole lot of time to play. And I don't want to discourage new players. So it's just like, should I leave Grievous back at home? I don't know,
The
man.
the
I don't
jacked
know.
up part is you can get a full kit Grievous and still get two stats and still
Yes.
have B1 filler.
Yeah.
And still have
Yeah.
like 8 acts, not 7 acts.
Right. I just
Something
like,
stupid.
it's so like hard to decide. I mean, I could play casual, right? I could just bring Grievous and run people over and be like, hey, man, it's all right. It's good. I don't know,
Just
man.
bring the super tax.
I was thinking about that too. It was either going to be General Grievous or the Super Tax.
Well,
I could bring them both, but I don't think that's a good list.
but
In a 600 point. What?
it's so it's fun. It's for fun though. Like I'm like in my list, I have the Jedi Knight and the General. and I could bring Anakin and Rex instead, but that would possibly be better. But I figured new tournament or a new toys, 600 points. Like I get to use both customs to see which one I like more.
You're not wrong, and I don't have a whole lot of experience with the customs yet, and so that would be a good practicing, playing them just for fun. But Grievous, man, this is the time for Grievous. He's up there, he's wrecking people's faces, and it's fun. But I don't know. We'll see. Haven't made up my mind yet. But anyways, December 27th. That is a
I thought it
Saturday.
was the 28th.
It is the 27th.
What?
Mhm.
Rob said he can't do the 27th.
He can. I confirmed with Roman. Um, so yeah, it's gonna be on the 27th.
Ooh, I might not be able to make it then.
Oh, what happened?
I said I only have Sunday off. He said the
Oh,
28th. Rob said he couldn't do the
yeah.
27th.
He said the 28th in the Facebook chat. But on the people were pushing for the 27th in the
Oh,
Discord.
what? I must have missed that.
Yeah, it was in the Discord. And so Roman had confirmed with him for the 27th.
Ooh.
So if you can make it, that'd be awesome because I know we haven't seen you in a while, which we definitely need to get in our 1,000 point game eventually.
I needed it to be this Sunday.
What's going on Saturday? Switch days.
I can't. My schedule's already set.
Hey, what? I get it, man. I get it. Yeah.
Damn you, Rob. I know you're not watching this podcast, but damn you.
But yeah. Anyways, so yeah, that'd be cool if you can make it, Jose. If you can't, no worries. Anybody else that can make it on the 27th, we would love to have you. It'd be a whole lot of fun. And yeah, if you have a Grievous, bring Grievous, because I would love to play against Grievous. I haven't played against him yet, and I know it would be good practice. But moving on, um, mini extravaganza happened about 2 weeks ago, roughly 3 weeks ago, and we went over all the new stuff they announced, like the new Jedi's on Bark speeders, the wheel bikes that are coming to CIS. But this time, this podcast, we're going to talk about the new changes to the rules and the points and get your opinions on that. And I know, Jose, you wanted to talk about some stuff that the Wills have said in interviews. So we'll
Hmm.
go ahead and talk about that too. So, first thing we're going to talk about is what changed in the rule book. A couple things is uh, rolling attack dice. They now have upgrading or downgrading attack dice. So it says resolving any effect that downgrade one or more defense die in the attack pool, starting with the attacker. Then resolve any effects that upgrade one or more attack dice in the attack pool, starting with the attackers. This is a new change because of one of the new keywords in the game, cumbersome, got changed. And I'll go ahead and read that now. So cumbersome says when a unit adds a weapon with the cumbersome keyword in an attack pool, it downgrades each of that weapon's attack dice if that unit has made any moves during the same activation. So how downgrading works is you go from red to black, black to white, and then white to white. Same thing with upgrading. You go white to black, black to red, obviously red to red. Uh, and I like this change. What do you think, Jose?
Get rid of cumbersome, you cowards.
Why? This is a great change.
Oh man. I feel like it's just making things, I guess, changing things for the sake of changing them, in a sense.
But they
We
they
don't
needed
we
to.
don't No, we don't. So the other reason that this is a factor is because they added two other keywords, which is anti-material
Yeah,
and
I was gonna go over
anti.
that in a minute.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you'll get to it, but it's also that it's degrading defense dice on armor and degrading defense dice are upgrading. I don't know. I I don't see why you need anti-material and anti whatever the hell it is. Why can't we just have regular shots and impact shots? Like, we don't need to mess with the dice colors. Like, I feel like that's so, like, change for the sake of change. Like, realistically, realistically speaking, um your this this downgrading dice effect is useless on, let's say, Shore Mortar because they're already throwing white. Like
They
you're
changed it,
not
so that's one of the new changes that we'll go over.
the Shore
Um,
Mortar's throwing better dice.
yeah, they're throwing instead of three whites, they're throwing two black.
Huh.
Yeah, they changed that on the mortar. That's one of the changes they did in this new errata.
I don't understand why cumbersome needs to be in the game. Nothing that I
I
see that has
mean,
cumbersome. Well, hold on. Nothing I see that has cumbersome on it is like, oh my God, they should not be able to shoot that. Like, come on now. A rainbow in an RPS? You're really crying about a rainbow in an RPS?
well,
Really? You're really
again,
crying about pre-change. You're really crying about four dice on an E-web, black dice on an E-web, some nonsense like that. Like, I don't know.
I don't think that's the point. I think, you know, you could do whatever you want technically if you're going to go down that route. Like you can give Darth Maul 8 health, all red attack dice, and just, surge to defend. That's not Maul, right? And like what they try to do, and what I do appreciate they try to do, is they try to kind of keep it to making sense to the character, right? So, like, for instance, the mortar. You're not going to just move and shoot a mortar, right? Easily. No, you got to move, you got to set up, and then you got to shoot, right? In real life. Um, and same thing for rockets. You're not going to run and shoot like a gun. You're not going to run just poof. You're going to run and set
Halo's
up.
taught me otherwise, dog.
Yeah. Hell, it's a wrong example. They got on like these Spartan shoots, man. They got mechanics in their arm and everything.
No, the
Yeah.
ODSTs had freaking rocket launchers running
Hey,
too.
that's a power suit, is it not?
Oh, no,
Yeah.
it's just armor.
I don't know, man. I'm no Halo expert, but I think it's easier to shoot with armor on. I mean, you're not wrong though, right? Because droids didn't have cumbersome and now they do. And they shouldn't because they're just droids. They don't have any muscles to worry about. They're just strong robots. So, but it's a nice change because I did play it in the last Legion Labs tournament we had, and it felt really good. Even though my dice degraded down to a black, white, white, and B1s be missing a lot, it still felt good to get that impact in, and it still felt good to shoot my heavy weapon. And I know that's new to CIS players because B1s never had the cumbersome keyword and they changed that to give the cumbersome keyword, which no one then never ran the rockets. So in my list that I played, I wanted to test it out, and it felt good. It felt good. Um, so I like that change, Jose. Come on, man, join the bandwagon here.
No, they've won me over in some instances, but just I don't know. Some stuff I feel like you're just making it uselessly complicated.
That's
Like,
this game, man.
look at me guess. The HH12 dice I would assume are the same.
I think so. I think there's still three black, if I'm not
Cool. So
mistaken.
you're terrified of somebody moving up and shooting three black at you on a tap weapon? No, get rid of cumbersome.
I think it's the thematicness of it, of just like, hey, man, like that's why I think originally B1 didn't have a cumbersome because it's not hard for a robot to shoot a rocket, where for humans, they need muscles, they got to set up all that, which makes sense. But again, it's a great change. I don't know what you're talking about. Moving on. You're correct though, which you alluded to. They added two more keywords. Anti-material X. When a unit makes an attack that has the anti-material X keyword in the attack pool, if the defending unit is a vehicle unit, upgrade X of that weapon's attack dice. Um, and the other one is anti-personnel. When a unit makes an attack that has the anti-personnel X keyword in the attack pool, if the defending unit is a trooper unit, upgrade X of that weapon's attack dice. Now, these two new keywords are technically not in. They're technically in the game, but in the Tour of Duty campaign, like you could give your units that. But right now, as in like regular Legion, you're not going to see these keywords until they reveal a new unit that has these keywords, which I assume is coming soon, right?
Those damn rebels, the guerrilla rebels.
Yeah. Oh, I'm excited for the Guerrilla Rebels. I don't know what Nick's tripping on. Those are going to be awesome. But yeah, man. New keywords. Who doesn't love them? I know we got a lot, but hey, they're great. Do you have any opinions on those keywords?
It's in Tours of Duty. I don't see myself ever playing Tours of Duty. That see the funny thing is for a campaign, mechanics like that like make sense. Dumb mechanics like that make sense. Do I think we're gonna see anti-material and all that stuff in the game? I hope not. I think we will though.
Yeah, why not? What's wrong with that? Like shooting at trooper units. Like I can see it on
On a vehicle, it doesn't make sense, like towards the vehicle, because you're still trying to chip the armor. You're upgrading your attack die. Upgrading your attack die doesn't give you more crits. Like you're still fishing
but
crits at
what if it
that
gives you
point.
impact? So hypothetically in tours of duty, and I think I'm correct in this. I'm not sure. You can give your stormtroopers the anti-material X keyword, and then take the HH12. Now the HH12 has 3 black, right? I mean, sorry, impact 3, I believe, and then you can
Three black,
upgrade your black to red. Now
and you're
you're
still only mac. Yeah, but you're still just fishing crits. Is my point.
well, no, because you have impact 3, so those hits now do matter, right? And instead of a 50% chance, I mean, they get a little bit more
Mm,
because they surge to hit. The red die is more reliable, right? Um, so yeah, it's a cool
I
change.
guess.
Yeah.
We'll
But
see.
anyways, moving on to the points. We're gonna go over these by faction.
Hmm.
So the AA5 speeder truck went up 10 points. Their heavy laser went down 5. Oh, sorry, let me go over that. So the AA5 went up to 75, it was 65. The heavy laser was 12, went down to 7. And the quad laser was 20, went down 10 points. And the unstable astromech from 6 to 16 points. I think these are good changes. The AA5 is a really cheap unit that people tend to spam in Rebels and the Shadow Collective. I think it hurts Shadow Collective more because Shadow Collective is a relatively more expensive army than Rebels. But I think this is a good change to combat, people from spamming it and the Astromech because the Astromech was almost obviously abused, and then give them more an incentive to bring weapons because normally you wouldn't see an AA5 with weapons, right? You just be a medic and you just slap it in for LOS blocking. Yeah, any thoughts on that?
I think the Astromech wasn't nerfed because of the A5. Let's be real. The
That's true.
Astromech was nerfed because of the land speeder, so I'm gonna ignore that as a nerf to the A5. That's irrelevant. I see it as a buff even for Shadow Collective
Really?
because because I play Shadow Collective and I take weapons all on my AA5s.
Mhm.
And because that was a conversation me and Daniel had, because I like taking weapons and medics. He's like, well, you got to move. Wouldn't you rather move and heal? And I'm like, no, I'd rather move, sit where I need to sit, and then shoot and then heal if I need to.
Mhm.
Um, that base is so long. I mean, if you could just get yourself set up, you're good. And let's be real, like once you unload your Black Sun or unload your Mandos, they don't really care about your AA5. They want to kill those guys.
Right.
And if you're shooting at my AA5 to stop me from healing, cool. My big guys are just my dangerous guys are just gonna kill you. So I don't see it as a nerf to Shadow Collective. I think the weapons getting brought down in points actually helps Shadow Collective. It offsets in that term.
Well,
But
I do
uh,
definitely agree with you that it gives a new way to run the AA5. I mean, it's still gonna cost cheaper just to run the AA5 with the medic, but you could now run the quad laser if you want to get a little bit more spicy. Um, but yeah,
it's a boon. It's a boon to I think it's a boon to the rebels because now you might think about squeezing in those quad lasers.
I think it hurts the rebels because they want cheap stuff, right, to kind of fill out their acts. Now their AA5 is 10 more, and you're talking about taking a quad laser. That's another 10 points on top of it.
You can shade like let's be real, like if anybody is sprinkling sprinkles on top of sprinkles, it's CIS and rebels. You guys can shave those points.
It's true, true. Um, but moving on.
Come on
Fleet
now.
Fleet Troopers. The Fleet Trooper squad went down 5 points. Now this is huge because Fleet Troopers went from 45 to 40. They originally are 40 points just to take them. So if you spend another 40 on them, you get an extra guy for free. So that's two extra white dice to pretty much bring a Fleet Trooper squad with Indomitable, and obviously you're hitting a lot harder. Uh, yeah, if I was Nick, I run six Fleet Super Squad guys.
He doesn't like super squads.
He took him to LVO.
Yeah, but he doesn't like
He
them.
doesn't like spamming
I
either.
don't
But
think he doesn't own that many. At least I
it,
don't think he
well,
does.
we'll find out at the next tournament. Other than this Recon one, Nick, this Recon one doesn't count if you go to this Recon one because I want to build 1,000 points. But uh, if he has enough Fleet Troopers, I might just have him spam Fleet Troopers.
Hmm.
So, any thoughts on that?
No, it's good. I mean, I ran double B1, so mass amounts of white dice, and do miracles and Fleet Trooper surge. So that's not no. They're just adding more chances for surges and hits and all that. So I like it.
Yeah, yeah. Moving right along, the Mark II medium blaster went up 2 points. Sure. I mean, maybe I don't know this changed.
I
Like,
don't know why.
yeah, I mean, just rounded up to 40, I guess. Um, I don't know if I saw a lot of Mark IIs, but hey, whatever.
They had cumbersome, right? Did their dice pool change?
Uh, that's a good question because I know the only one. I think it was only the what you called which one, the mortar, because the mortar shot three whites, and if you moved with cumbersome, you're still just shooting three whites, right? It made sense for
Yeah.
them. So
Well,
I'm
because
not.
two black is what the guard mortar shoots.
Yeah, yeah, I guess you're right. um but yeah, no, the Mark II didn't dice didn't change. It is for black and it is cumbersome, so if they do move, they're shooting four whites instead of the four black, which again another great change of cumbersome, because people would often move their mortar, or sorry, their Mark II in position early so they can, move standby, get that sentinel standby going on, and then get targeted and get shot off because it's a lot, you know, ahead of everybody else. Where now you can keep this back and then move it forward and still shoot, in my opinion.
Yeah, and you're still fishing for your critical too.
So maybe that's why it went up 2 points, because they're just like, they're shooting four white dice. Nah, not gonna do it. Can't have that. The Rebel Commando Sniper went down 3 points, so 38 to 35. I'm loving this, like keeping it 5 or 10 points, or sorry, 5 or 0. Like just round it up. Makes sense. I like it.
Just make it free.
Yes, please. Yes, you're right, Jose. 100%. Make everything free.
Nobody's scared of two dice shots anymore at range 5.
Yeah, it's
And
interesting
apparently,
whether it dropped.
according to Nick, they're terrible. So I don't think anybody's gonna shoot anybody over being upset, that your sniper rifle's free.
Yeah. Uh, and then we got the Rebel Trooper Squad. Again, was at 45, went down to 40, so went down 5 points. So for an extra 40, you get an extra man, Jose.
Or you just take them as you normally did, naked, and there's your extra points for your quadlet for your AA5 to forward weapons.
Yeah, yeah. I
Who's
mean,
who's
you're
taking
not,
double squads of rebel troopers?
but
I've never seen
you're
that.
not wrong. I want people to bring guns on the AA5. I think that'd be more threatening. and cool. But man,
Well,
when you're
my thing is you're paying the rebel tax on the top, which is 3 core.
Mhm.
So don't add if you ran him naked anyways, just leave him naked now and you spotted yourself 15 points.
And arguably, if I really want to get into it, I think Rebels is the best sniper in the game because they surge to hit and Empire don't surge and it's only two black.
CIS AI doesn't matter anymore, so you just aim with 2 reds and get your lethal.
Sure, but you have to spin the aim to get pierced, right?
Yeah,
Whereas in the Rebels and the Empire, they just have pierced one. They can spin
but
the aim to reroll.
they don't hit as often.
Sure.
I've fired that 2 black die from Imperial snipers. I can't tell you how many
Hey,
times I whiffed, even with aims.
hey. In our local, Legion group, Reds aren't reliable. They be blinking all the time.
On defense dice, yes.
Any intact dice. Like I get so annoyed when I see a red blink. I'm just like, I gotta burn this dice. If you weren't a promo dice, I'd burn you alive. Moving on. All right. First, before we move on, what letter grade would you give these changes as point adjustments?
For rebels,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just say average. Nothing wowed me. Like I
Give
was
me a letter
expecting
grade.
it. See,
Yeah. See.
I was expecting I was expecting a hammer and mainly to like a sleeper cell and stuff like that, and I didn't get it. Um, let them have the land speeder. I get it. It's a missile. Um, it's fine. But if you told me I had to choose between them abusing 2 land speeders with the astromech versus 2 fully kitted out sleeper cells, I'd rather you hit me in the face with the land speeder. Um,
But they
I
could do
don't know.
both. They can hit you in the face with sleeper steals and land speeder.
Are they doing that? Like I said, my
Oh
thing is
yeah.
I'm
Oh
not seeing a
yeah.
lot of them because they're not in the wild.
Okay. First off, we
Are they
only.
pre-gaming the wild?
I think technically in our local Legion group we have two rebel players
Mm-hmm.
consistently, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
That's Michael and Nick. And
Mm-hmm.
Nick usually doesn't like running meta. He just likes to run what's fun. So you're not seeing it for him. And Michael's the same way. Michael likes to run what's fun. He kind of will get a little bit more meta-ish, and that's not like he's shooting for meta. He's just playing the game with the stuff he has. Um,
Well, no. I'm speaking in overall because even looking at like other Legion podcasts, they've mentioned how crazy a land speeder with the astromech is, but they seem to draw the same conclusion. It's nobody. The only people that have the land speeder are people who really wanted it when it was out and that are now getting to enjoy it now while it's out. Because when you look at, and I've been buying Legion since this came out. I was one of the guys shooting, 100, $150 for phase twos when they were nowhere to be found.
mhm.
So when something's really good and not in the ether, that's when scalpers go crazy. And right now, bro, the price of a land speeder is so stupid right now if you want to try to buy one. Like it's and that's because people want it because it's not in print right now. So
Well, that's the
there's
thing.
def
It's like if you ever been shot at a land speeder, or sorry, not shot at a land speeder, but been shot at by a land speeder, it hits pretty hard,
Mhm.
and it could flank you in a position where you could be open and not have cover because of the speeder X keyword. So I don't know. I think these are good changes to it, you know. But moving right along, we have. Yeah. I would also give the Rebel line to C. I would like to see more changes, more buffs or everything, but I don't really know where the Rebel meta lies. I don't know. I knew Sleeper Cell was always a problem, and nerfing they indirectly nerfed the land speeder, right, with the unstable astromech. So it's not like it got a big nerf. So it's like, hmm, it feels good, these changes, Um, but yeah.
I don't see nothing changing. Like when I think of points changes and changes to a faction, I want to see it in
Mm.
like in the live. If we're being completely wholly realistic here, like I don't think nothing's changing, and it's gonna be business as usual.
Yeah, that's true. I think you're right.
And and if you were taking a naked AA5, if you were taking two naked AA5s and three naked cores, and that's still gonna be your status quo, well, guess what? You got 15 more points to put into your bullshit rebel list because
How?
your rebel troopers are cheaper.
No, no, no. The Rebel Troopers Super Squad's cheaper. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
I misunderstood that.
yeah. So that's cheaper. Moving on. The
Business as usual.
the Galactic Empire. So the Dewback Flamer went up 4 points. It went from 10 to 14, and I don't know how I
Oh,
like this change. I
that's
loved it at 10, and yes, you could use the Flamer in melee, so that was a big deal. With Vader, you could just yeet a Dewback all the way across the board. I'm indifferent about this. I'm not a main Empire player, but I love my Deweys, and this sucks.
I
It,
hate this.
yeah.
Got to protect the people's investments in super squads, I guess.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, let me
you're
phrase
not
this. Let me
wrong.
phrase this. Let me phrase this.
Uh,
As an enjoyer of double B1 core core units, I love this.
yeah,
Because now you got to
yeah,
pay if you want to come fry me.
yeah, yeah. I agree.
But overall, I don't I don't get it. I don't why Empire's already in such a bad spot. Like
Well,
why?
hopefully that's gonna change with all these changes that we're gonna go over. So, Fifth Brother went from 105 to 97, so down 8 points. Love that change. Uh, the Inquisitors need some loving. I agree with that.
They need
Uh,
a rework.
potentially. Um, Imperial Dark Troopers. So all of their upgrades got changed. So Imperial Dark Trooper went from 32 28 down 4 points. That's the personnel one. Then you have the Metalizer, which was 36, now down to 30. That went down 6 points. The Frag Launcher was 45, went to 40, down 5 points. And the Assault Cannon, which is 55, went down 6 points to 49. Love this change. What do you think of that?
Nobody except for Edward takes a Myrtleizer. So that's non-existent.
I
Yeah,
don't
good for
know. For
Dark. Good
for
good.
30 points, I might be taking a Myrtleizer now.
Nah, you want these guys shooting.
It's valid, you
Um
do, but
I
good.
am shocked they didn't fix the what I think is a blatant oversight in the pass mechanics stuff for them. I hate that.
Honestly, at this point, I don't think it's an oversight. I think they know it. I think they know that that's there, and I think they like it. I think they're okay with it. Because look at how much expensive the base cost is for Dark Troopers, and even though their points went down, which is a huge buff for them for their heavy equipment. Uh, when you take these, you generally have a low act list anyways, and so that extra act just kind of like gets
That can be
around the
said
cost.
about any list that takes double heavies. That's not unique to Dark
No,
Troopers.
no, 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 no. Dark Troopers are unique in that they get to act twice.
Hmm.
They gotta cost a lot more, right?
Yes, but I feel like they're not costed correctly because of that.
Really, you think they should be more?
Yeah, yes.
What? What? You would never play it.
You're getting four active, essentially four activations out of a heavy unit. I don't want to hear that they get low, that they're taking, you know, what's
Did you
crazy
say
is,
four activation acts?
they activate
Oh,
and
you're talking
they,
about two of them together. I thought you were just talking about
yes,
one. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yes. So
Got it.
okay. They get essentially four activations and access to passes in being in an 8 or 9 act list. Cool. Well, if any of the no, except for Rebels and CIS, because those are dirt cheap. If you were to do double heavy in Empire or double heavy in Gar, you're still in that 8 to 10 act range. 8 to 10 act range. Same as Dark Troopers.
You know, a wise man once said, Padawan JR said it, that your greatest strength is also your greatest weakness, right? Dark Troopers are really strong, they're really good, but if you kill them, you're getting 2x for the price of one. And there goes the list right there. Like in my opinion, when someone comes at me with a Dark Trooper list, they're banking all their money into the Dark Troopers. If you could take them out as early as possible, you know, there goes the list. If it starts to crumble in on itself.
That's just that can be said with other double heavy lists. You can break my weapons, or not break my weapons. You can break me where I only get to move or shoot. And I now I don't get an extra act, and I might be broken once again. And
You
all
hold on.
my hold on. And at said heavies, not only do we suffer from impact, just like the Dark Troopers, we got weak points, which gives you extra impact.
Rear, come on, no one's gonna hit the rear.
My sabers rear only?
The sabers are sides, right? And no one's running
Mm,
sides. But you're talking about
Saber side
four.
and
If
rear.
you're gonna add in the two activations you get per activation, that's four you're taking away from the Empire player when you kill a Dark Trooper. And not to mention that their weapons downgrade as each mini comes off the table, where that doesn't happen with the heavy. Or sorry, a ground vehicle, i.e., a tank, saber tank, the AAT. Like, and if you're taking a saber tank and an AAT, that's not the strength of your list. It's part
I
of it,
don't
but
know.
it's not the strength.
My sabers are pretty expensive.
I'm just saying, if I see a dark trooper in my opponent's list, that's the strength of their list right there. Just you gotta take it out fast because you're getting two for the price of one, and it gets around the pass mechanic, and they lose their passes. But you're not wrong that it's annoying. I just don't know if it warrants it being addressed.
I don't think it's so for Rob to scream that my Dark Troopers are super expensive and they need points adjustments, no. Simply because the pass mechanic. Because here's the thing. Either either the pass mechanic is an oversight, which in that if that's the case, then
I don't
I
think
would
it's an
be
oversight.
comfortable. I hold on. I would
Yeah.
be okay if they said it was an oversight and then wanted to give the Dark Troopers a points reduction. But if it's not an oversight, then you shouldn't be asking for a points reduction because you're paying your premium point cost for being able to choose a mechanic in the game.
Yeah, that's cool with me. I'm
You
cool
can't
with.
have it both. You can't have it both
I'm
ways.
honestly, I'm happy with where the Dark Troopers are at price wise, and the fact that they got a buff to all their equipable things. Even better, right? That's a good buff for them. Um, but hey,
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
not saying it's not. I'm just saying I wanted them to wholeheartedly
yeah.
like address that. Like if I'm
I
ever
don't.
at an AMG event and I see the Wills,
Mhm.
I'm fighting security. Just ask them one question. Tell me now.
What's going on? Moving on, the Imperial Dead Troopers DLT 19D Trooper went down 2 points. That's good for Imperial Dead Trooper fans. It was 30, went down to 28. Um,
That's the
t-
leader unit, right?
I think so. I'm not
Chick with a
entirely
pistol.
sure. Something. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Why
it
not?
is their upgrade. No, it is their leader, their leader unit because the other two upgrades are the config and the extra guy and something else.
Gotcha.
She's like a pistol person.
Yeah. That's fine. I mean, I'm sure the Death Trooper fans want to get a little bit more buff to them. But 2 points for that. I don't know if that's going to be taken over the other guy, but we'll see. Because if correct me if I'm wrong, Jose, that one's only shoots in range two.
The pistol, I think
Mhm.
so, but what I'm curious on is if they did the thing where it's like you get your leader. Oh no, it's a heavy.
Yeah.
Um,
But yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Moving on.
1, 2, 3.
Imperial Special Forces got a buff. They went from 68 to 62. That's a 6 point drop. And then their T-21 Special Forces Trooper went from 27 to 24. That's a 3 point drop. Love the change. Great change. Um, you know, hopefully we see more Imperial Special Forces unit. And I think they're very underrated because they have the ability to infiltrate, and then they have the marksman keyword to fix your dice. Uh, yeah, I would love to see these guys be played more. Like I think they would be great annoyers against certain units. What do you think?
Mm, they could come down a little more. I don't know what the problem. So like with Death Troopers, I think if they hadn't, if they would just give them Impervious, their play rate would go up because they are just pierced to hell. These guys, the hard part is marksman's nice. Oh, but if you can't get them to aim, you have to pay for a way to get them to aim, whether it's through veers, some kind of binocs, or
Well, you got the infiltrate, right? You can infiltrate and then aim to shoot.
yeah. But wise man once told me when you infiltrate, your opponent just knows where you are and is going to shoot you off the board. So you can't have your cake and eat it too, JR. Um, it's not old school infiltrate, right? I can infiltrate behind you.
Right.
But you gotta invest in like offensive push or emergency transponder just to try to get one aim to try to fix your pool. And unless you figure out a way to give them aims, like the marksman's not really gonna be useful.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's a great change.
I mean,
Um,
they're here in Pathfinders ain't, so
that's valid. That's very valid.
maybe that might be next.
The lat went down 10 points, so from 100 to 90. Now I can't. I think it was only the Republic lat that got changed instead of the Empire one. So it's just them catching up, which might have been a little bit of oversight of when they changed the Gar one. They must have been like, oh yeah, we need to change the Empire one too to bring it price to costed correctly for Empire.
I think it's better in Empire.
You're not wrong. It probably is better in Empire. Uh, but yeah, great change. Love it. Moff
Not a lot,
Gideon.
Ben.
Moff Gideon went down 20 points from 100 to 80. Huge buff.
That's a steal.
That yeah, and it buffs the Dark Troopers again because what does Dark Troopers want to be taken with? Moff Gideon. So great change. Would love to see more Moff. Scout Trooper Sniper went down 3 points, 38 to 35. So I don't know. Are they
Make it
feeling?
free.
Yeah, but they obviously want the Civil War snipers to be better because they're the only ones going down. Seven Sister went down 8 points. She was 110. Now she's 102. Another great change. Snow Troopers Super Squad went down 6 points. So from 46 to 40. Again, going with the theme of just, hey, if you take a Super Squad, you get the extra point for free. Or sorry, the extra guy for free. And then the Gav Tank went down 4 points. Sorry, not the Gav Tank, but the Gav Tank mounted DLT 19 went down 4 points from 18 to 14. And then the mounted RT 97C went from 14 to 10, down 4 points as well. I don't think you're going to see Gav still. I think I think they should have reduced points for the Gav or change rework rework the Gav to do something different. Cause yeah.
Well, here's the thing, based on points, um, because the speeder tank that's coming later, based on points,
Mhm.
completely shits on the Gav.
Yeah, yeah.
And you can take it in off actions. So if you're gonna, I love the Gav, but like I'm a
Well,
realist.
we
If
don't
that
know what the speeder tank is going to be at yet. What if it's more than the Gap?
it still provides more that it can get over stuff.
Uh, uh,
It has hover ground.
yeah, but that means it acts like a ground vehicle. So if it's
And it's
taller,
taller. It is taller.
it probably is taller. You're
It's on a
right.
flight stand. It's taller.
Yeah, you probably will like jump over things, but
Yeah.
man, it's gonna be
I'm gonna
interesting.
take I'm gonna take my canisters that go in the back of the Gap. I'm gonna stand them up.
Make it taller.
I know it doesn't work that way, but can you
Yeah,
picture that? Just
just yeah, just all of them mounted up. That's hilarious.
yep.
All right. Overall, what would you give the Empire?
I don't think that the Death Trooper change was like the biggest takeaway from this is Moff Gideon. Like
Hmm.
that was huge.
Hmm.
The flamethrower going up is a big negative. I feel like the the dewbacks aren't really hurting anybody. Like why? I don't think you're still not gonna see a lot of ISF outside of the Iden's retinue crew.
Hmm.
Double squads. I mean, I who's taking double squads in Empire?
Well, now
I
they have
haven't
more an incentive now.
a Speed One double squad.
I mean, they
Ugh,
have Imperial March.
for one turn, okay, cool.
It could happen.
Um, I don't know. I'd give it. I'll give it a C plus because of Gideon.
Honestly, I'm gonna give it an A because I think this is a great move in the right direction for Empire, and to see if this is gonna change anything, who knows? But what I do like is that you're seeing a lot of nerfs and buffs to the equipable things in Empire versus the unit itself. Some units obviously did go down in points, but hey, man, these buffs, is definitely great change for the Empire.
We're in a world of print and play. Give me a printable new card
And
because
what's
some of these cards are not like you like Fifth Brother. He's
but
still probably trash.
to be fair though, it's all the buffs are to units that aren't normally played, so maybe they'll get played more. Who knows?
No, because in the Fifth Brother and Seventh Sister are competing with Op Vader. They're competing with
Hey, I
they're
ran
compete
a Inquisitor list. I had a blast with it.
that's because you're a weirdo. You the Inquisitors are competing with Agent Callus, who's a steal at his point cost. They're
Hmm.
competing with Op Vader, who's a steal at his point cost. Like they're competing with the Imperial Agent, who is a steal at his point cost. Boba's Boba. You're competing with Mando, who's a steal at his point cost. You know, you're kicking Hondo while he's down. That's okay. Like there's better options like for equal or less points. You get more bang for your buck if you just stay away from these guys.
But hey, Inquisitor training, bro. We got custom Jedi's now. How awesome would it be if Inquisitor training just shut one of those force powers down? Be pretty badass. Get your clairvoyance out of here.
And then I refresh it because it's not an X anymore.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I
um,
can before if it was an X and you did that to me, oh, I'd be pissed.
well, I think it still taps it, and
Yeah, yeah,
then
but
eh,
it's an X card. So if you would have canceled it, like if you were
yeah,
to cancel Burst of Speed,
mm.
like I'm assed out the rest of the game. You might as well have choked my mini. But like
Can you
because
cancel? I'm trying to forget. You're making me
so
second guess
The
Inquisitor
Jedi's
training.
the Jedi's so Inquisitor training is I spend a force power, you stop me from using it. Clairvoyance and Burst of Speed were one tap uses only, but with the Jedi Knight and the Jedi General, they have their trainings where their X cards now turn into tappables.
But that's great for the Inquisitors if it does, is because Inquisitor training only works on exhaustible force powers.
Oh,
Uh,
there you go. You're right.
yeah, so if you do make it to where it's exhaustible, then Inquisitor Trainer will come into play.
I brought
Um,
both. Pick one.
uh, yeah, so great changes. But moving on, uh, Republic, the Clone Infantry Super Squad went down 3 points, so 56 from 53. Um, I don't know. I mean, I think you take Clone's Marksman now, but Clone Marksman, even before it came out into the game, went from 58 to 50, and then their Super Squad went from 73 to 53. So just for 3 points more, if you make a Clone Marksman a Super Squad, you get an extra guy for 3 points. And I don't know, man. I think Clone Marksmen are going to be really good for the fact that they can prepare position in. They have the long shot, and they can start sharing tokens right off the bat with everything. And if you prepare position in your custom Jedi's or Anakin, now they provide backup for Anakin. Now you are correct. I know what you're going to say, but that reveals where they are. You're not wrong, but I feel like in the right positioning, they're going to do really well.
As somebody who loves Super Soka and Super Fives and takes them with the Rex and Scouting Party and environmental gear, oh, you put these anywhere near me, I'm rushing them first.
I mean, I can see them being using the new mission outflank, right? Like putting them over by the POI where your opponent has to deploy their three guys. Like that's a huge advantage for you because they have to
No,
go
I
there.
I think they're good. I just don't see them being the replacement. They're not going to replace infantry. I
Sure.
still think infantry is going to be taken en masse.
Yeah.
I mean,
Uh,
think about it. You run six infantry versus, and this is just a theory, six infantry versus six marksmen. The infantry already got the heads up in the token sharing department because they all got reliable.
mm, you're not wrong.
It's the reliable is where is what's gonna keep the infantry as the general core. I think you would take them as a two of, and even it's not even crazy to think that the super squad is an option because if you backload the super squad into those marksmen and you go with just a general fives and Soka, well, if fives and Soka are going to be smaller squads, you can still make bigger shots with the marksman to help lighten the load in front of the smaller fives and Soka.
Right.
I see playment for him, especially like me and Rob were talking about in Discord. Uh, hit your take that clankers, spend your aim for your long shot, and now you got a range five super squad shot.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, no, there's definitely play. I just like I said, if they were speed two, then I'd be like, okay, maybe they could replace the infantry squad,
Hmm.
but it
It hurts
yeah,
when it's
no,
speed one. Yeah, you're not wrong.
it's the
You're not
speed one that hurts, especially in this moving game, especially with the new missions. Like they can sit on their mission, but like you get that yellow mission where it's like old recover. Like these guys are definitely not trying to grab that.
Yeah, you know. Well,
So
technically, you can prepare position and pick it up right off the bat as one action. But you're gonna
then
want,
you're getting limping wherever you need to go after
yeah,
that,
you're
though,
gonna
right?
want to be
Yeah,
next to a POI in the first place. So yeah,
yeah.
it's very situational. You're not wrong. Those are the only three changes. So I'm gonna give this an I don't know what I want to give this. I'm gonna give it a B. Only because I think that maybe, and I say this was a big M, that some of the stuff needs to be nerfed a little bit. But again, I probably don't want to push for a nerf. We got to see where the meta lies. Because the one thing I'm thinking about that might need a nerf is the ARC Trooper still. They're still very strong. Um, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. What do you think, Jose?
I give it a C.
You're the C man, aren't you?
I was not I was not impressed by anything. Like this so I don't use marksman yet. So that however that goes, I won't know yet. I use Super Squad and Super Soka, and in my Super Squads, I throw environmental gear because I want them to not be hindered by anything.
Mm,
And if you're giving me 3 points off my super squad, well, now environmental gear is free, and
yeah,
I'm getting 2 points to put environmental gear on something else that didn't have it. So it wasn't. I arcs 1000% need adjustment. ARFs I think need an adjustment. Um,
sure.
and I'm trying to think about they need to get the medic out of put it back into the personnel slot. I think that's a big thing. That would hurt arcs an insane amount.
Oh, I got you saying like yeah, for the
Arcs couldn't take medics because it wasn't part of their
right.
personnel package. It was the infantry package.
Hmm.
If they revert that, then I think arcs. If they don't revert that, arcs need to be nerfed in another way, points increases. But if they were to remove the personnel slot from the like put the medics back in personnel slot, then I would be like, okay, the arcs are all right.
Yeah. Yeah. Moving right along.
Or
The
sidearm, make it a sidearm unit so then
yeah,
they don't get the arc weapons.
yeah, yeah. The CIS, the AAT went down 15 points, 165 to 150. Great change. Love my AATs.
Love it.
Yeah, so great. Aqua Droids. Oh, this hurts me so much. Went
No,
up 13
shut
points
up.
from 65 to 78. They did it just because of me. They hate me. Um, and then the Magna Guard, the RPS went down 8 points. Great change from 40 to 32. Yeah, yeah. Aquas did need that
Get
nerf.
out of here.
You're right. They did need that nerf. And again, it hurts.
It's
It hurts my
not
soul.
enough.
You don't think it's not enough?
20.
20. Get out of here.
Once again, you can just like remember Rexstar and Arcstar? All you did
Mhm.
was cut the extra sprinkles off of the already sprinkle infested cake. You can do that with freaking
It it
with the
it hurts.
aquas.
It hurts. I can't.
No.
I feel it. I'm having a feeling that can't run the wheel bikes, a Grievous, Staps, and Aquas anymore. It
Oh
hurts. It hurts my
my
soul.
God.
I'm gonna cry.
Oh
I cry every
yeah,
night.
and then the 14 act was it Dooku Maul Probe Droid double aquas like oh you have to go down one act just to make sure you keep your aquas. Get out of here.
Yeah. Yeah. See,
No.
you understand my pain. Thank you.
No. Aqua should have gotten nerfed by 20 points.
20
I still
points.
that hurts. I feel like 13 was like, "Oh, we're doing it big." And I'm like, "Oh, you don't play CIS, do you?" See, the Will likes he has his clone bias. So when you say 13 points and clone and ease, you're like, "Ah, 13 points. That's a super nerf." But when you say translate it 13 points and CIS and ease, you're like, okay, cool. I'll get rid of some crap I didn't need in the first place.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it still hurts. It needed to happen though. You're not wrong. It needed that change. So it's a
It
good change.
needed to happen. They just did it light-handedly.
I give it a A. I still give it A because Aquas needed that nerf. And they didn't touch a lot of the other stuff. So A plus. A plus for me. AMG. What about you, Jose?
It's a B.
B.
Big ups for the AAT. Big thumbs down for the Aquas because the Aquas needed to be plus 20.
Which did you know that you could run General Grievous Wheelbike in the Separatist Elite Invasion Battle Force?
I gotta buy that now?
Yeah, you could
Are
run
you
it.
sure he's in there?
Yeah, you could because it just says under the rule documents it's just General Grievous and there's no like side text of his undertext. So on the
No.
document it just said General Grievous, which that's
Hold
it.
on, I have my list builder up. Let me see. Let's go with Separatist. He's on there.
Yeah, I told you.
Hold on, wait. No, I didn't hit the Battle Force. Sorry, hold on. He's on there.
I told you. Yeah, you can
God,
take him.
I just got done talking to Rome earlier because he's like, hey, he's like the the Spider Foes, it's no longer on October 5th. It's on the 12th. I'm like, dude,
Uh,
now I gotta go to your store and buy models to paint because I cleared off everything, made it new paintbrushes, new everything, and now I have no models to paint. Now I gotta go in the shop and spend money on something I don't need. Now I gotta go buy a Grievous.
yeah. Make your list crazier, bro. Oh my
Ah,
gosh. It's gonna be so nice.
Grievous and two AATs.
Bro, yes. Yes. Like putting stabs in there too for the flavor. Oh, bro, you got me. You got my head spinning now. Um, but moving on. Mercenaries. Same thing. The A5 previously we talked about did also apply to the A5 in Shadow Collective. Cad Bane's Electro Gauntlets went from 10 to 3, so 7 points. Great change because, I think the gauntlets were a little bit too pricey. 3 points. I think you'll see them all the time now.
Cat is pricey. What do you mean?
Sure, you're not wrong. He's a little bit too
Make
pricey,
cat
Cad.
free.
Yes, yes. Just let him be taken all the time. Ewok
Kidding.
Slingers went from 35 to 38. Actually, nerfed. They went up 3 points, and then to make them a super squad, from 23 to 27. So that's a 4 point increase. That just hurts my soul. My Ewoks list just hurts now. Like
Yeah,
why?
that's
Why
bad.
AMG? Why? Um,
They weren't
but
even that crazy.
I think they might have been crazy in like Rebel lists. Just taking
So you
like
think?
one of.
Okay.
Yeah, but oh man, my Ewok list now suffers more. You like this? Gar Saxon went down 5 points from 95 to 90, and then his rifle went from 15 to 10, so another 5 points decrease. You
So
like that?
10 overall. That's now you get to bring in shield.
Yeah, I still don't like it though. I think Gar Saxon still needs more. I think he's one of the few characters in the game that I personally think points reduction won't help him. I think he needs a little bit of a rework. Um, it's just, yeah, I'm not a fan of Gar Saxon.
I think I my only gripe with Gar is his command cards. They look good, but there's too many restrictions on them.
Yeah, I agree. Um, and yeah, man. What letter grade would you give the mercenaries?
The A5 doesn't matter. CAD is negligible because it's CAD. Gar is okay. Another C?
Yeah, I would say this one's I'll give it a B as well.
It could have been a lot worse. They could have
Yeah,
like increased the points on Black Sun, and then we would have been bringing our pitchforks out.
yeah. I mean, I would have liked to seen a little bit more buffs, specifically to Cad Bane and Gar Saxon. But hey, it's still,
CAD
good
needed
direction.
some. CAD needed something. CAD's on life support right now. There's people that would look me in the eye and tell me like CAD's fine, and I'm
Mhm.
like, is he like Jin and not doing nothing for 90% of the game? Like I don't get it. Because the times that I have, like, we've gone to Bakersfield and played over there, and I remember one dude popping cat out of his token. I'm like, okay, deleted.
Yeah,
So,
that's a rough moment for sure.
hey,
Um,
maybe he'll get to upgrade his defense dice with a keyword.
hey, who knows? Who knows? Um, but yeah, honestly, I'm cool with the point adjustments. Everything that got changed. I mean, I'm sure we would have liked to see a lot more, especially for those who want to run the toys that they have on the shelves. But hey, I'm sure balancing is a hard thing to do. So, and I know they take a lot of time to try to balance that out. Um, but yeah, anyways, Jose, I know you wanted to talk about the Wills did do some interviews, and they talked a lot about stuff about the recent changes and what's coming next. So, yeah, hit us with those, Jose.
So I'm very sorry. I should have got your name. I saw your post on the Legion Facebook uh page, and I was frantic at work, and I just screenshotted him because I thought you did a very good job with bullet points and everything. So for the slim chance that you're watching this podcast, feel free to put your name in the comments and let us know so we can thank you. Like I said, I life is crazy. I just snapped and ran. Full credit to whoever this gentleman is, but Will did interviews, and basically, one of the ones that this individual focused on was the Notorious Scoundrels podcast. shout out to them. They run an amazing podcast. Go check it out. Actually, if you're here, you probably watch them, so you don't even need to hear me say that. But these were just some bullet points that were taken from from their interview and questions and things that the Will Schick and Pagani had said, and they're just bullet points. So we're not going to go into a lot of crazy detail. Some of them doesn't really require detail, but I just thought there was like a good little refresher to for our get our thoughts on them.
Mhm.
So JR, as you know, one of my biggest pet peeves about this game right now is objectives. I don't like that they're static. I don't like that it forces you into a box. I don't like that the game feels like it's whose dice saves out more or whose dice go hot faster.
Mhm.
I feel like when you got to run the static points, especially if you're a rebel, I've seen poor rebels run onto this point. I gotta live, and then they get blown up.
Yeah.
So one of the points that they made during the interview was they said new objectives that are going to be coming are not like the current ones we have where we have to rush in our static POIs.
Mhm.
They said the new mechanics involved are gonna the new mechanics involved are gonna like allow you to do more list building. So long range lists, mobile lists. You're gonna be able to bring various list archetypes now with these new objectives coming. That sounds awesome.
That
That
does
means
sound awesome.
rebels would be able to not have to worry about like if you're a rebel, I don't think you want static POIs. I think you want any type of POI movement that you can get out of it. And I think that if we can inject this into the game, it gives them a better opportunity to make you come to them in a sense. And also, you know, range 4 to 5 has kind of been dead in this game
Mhm.
because of where we're fighting at. Now, if they're saying, hey, list archetype's gonna matter, especially with some of the new toys we got, Willbike Grievous, Marksman, Willbike Magna Guards, the heavy speeder truck, like it kind of feels like these things might be crazy.
Yeah, no, I like what they said too, that we're probably gonna they're trying to cater to more different list buildings. I mean, a good example is that new one Outflank. Like that plays so differently that like lists that want to dive are really good. So like you can run obviously the new Grievous with the stabs. Then you can run Wookiees. I can see being really good on Outflank. Uh, yeah, and then the ones that the new supply run where you want to pick up stuff is that old recover the supplies in old Legion, right? Which is great for units that generally are just kind of filling the axe or just can infiltrate or prepare position in, grab it right away. Like it's helping list building and like doing other things other than hey, let's just bum rush POIs, right? So
Yeah, no, great. Next bullet point. They said that we may have a surprise points update in June or July. May. In addition to the two normal ones we have a year. So they confirm we have 2 points adjustments a year, but we may have one in June, July.
yeah,
So that's kind of cool. That tells me that they're probably gonna fill out points how these new points play maybe,
hmm,
and then see what goes on. Or maybe they are testing something with current points as they are, and they might need to make a change because maybe something they're testing has similar keywords to something we have in the wild right now.
right.
So, but hey, I'm okay with 2 points adjustments a year. That's how we always done it. But to know that there's a June, July one, that's kind of makes it kind of exciting around that time.
Yeah, I agree.
Here's one for JR. ARC troopers are really good. They want to look at them and try to bring them more in line with everybody else.
Yes, yes. I just like the fact that they acknowledged it. Again, I think ARC Troopers was always beyond, just changing point costs to kind of bring them back to balance. I think they over tweaked them so hard that they were just too good. That they were the idea Republic unit that every other Republic unit now has to live up to. So by reducing their power, it's gonna suck for a lot of Republic players. They're gonna be very salty about it. but I think it then allows you to be able to open the list building to bring in ARF Trooper, bring in Marksman. Like, yeah, I think that's gonna be great.
Hell yeah. Um, yeah, he joked around. If you watch the cast, he joked around about an ARC Trooper battle force.
Oh, did
Yeah, he was like, "We'll sell more ARC
he?
Troopers."
Yeah.
And Dash was like, "I think I have like six more than I should have." So I was like, "Oh dang, ARC Trooper battle force would be nuts."
That would be
These
nuts.
next two are just fun. So Trench, he said that they wanted another CIS commander that wasn't a droid.
Yeah.
For Dallin, he's similar to Kraken, but he's not a robot. So hey, you might have either a really bad unit or something better than Kraken.
Hey, I'm excited. I love
Ah, I don't
Trench.
like it.
I love me some Trench. I want to see. I'm hoping he's gonna be good. If they're hinting that he's like Kraken, maybe that implies like he's very
He's gonna have
aggressive.
he's gonna throw hands, bro.
Hey,
He's
he's
gotta
got
throw
8 of them.
hands.
Well, technically six because he's standing on 2 of them. But like, yeah, I don't see him being. I don't see him being the best brawler, right? Because he got his butt whooped all the time. But maybe he's like good at supporting. I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see.
You know what though? I thought we didn't want to see things in the game that weren't on battlefields. He's an admiral. He's in a ship all the time.
Again, I don't buy them taking out Palpatine. I don't buy it one bit. Worst mistake they've ever done. I would never let them live that down.
I needed to get the rage out for you.
Yeah, it
Uh,
sucks.
confirmation. Django will come to Legion as a mercenary,
Makes sense. It
which is
makes
why
sense.
he wasn't in the separatist box.
Yeah. When they said that and they explained it, it was like, yeah, you know what? They're not wrong. And maybe Django could be used in a battle force of some sorts for like Mandalorians. I I mean, technically he could be used in Gar, no? Because he was the
The
print,
blueprint.
yeah, the blueprint of all the clones. So like I could see him be used for Gar. I, I don't know.
I could see him being mercenary for Gar and for CIS
Yeah,
because then it gives Gar a bounty hunter.
yeah.
And that's one thing Gar's missing is a like legit bounty hunter. I mean, I wanted Obi-Wan and bounty hunter armor.
Hmm.
I thought that would have been dope. Don't even
And
give him a lightsaber, but Obi bounty hunter.
yeah, oh, it'd be sick if he had like a cool. He probably will have a ripcord, because of taking out Jedi's and everything. But AMG, if you listen to these, please make him be able to use Ingar. And Roman, I'm looking at you, you lore wizard. Like I know he probably wasn't working for Gar at any point, but if we got Maul and CIS, we can get Gar or I lost my train of thought. Django and the Gar faction for as a mercenary. Like make it
I'm
happen,
gonna paint.
AMG.
I'm gonna buy Bad Batch and paint Omega as young Boba and have him holding a Jango helmet.
Dang. I'm surprised no one's done that yet.
Um, this one, of course, they're gonna let Jared get excited about this.
Mhm.
Bark Anakin might be able to jump too.
Yeah, that's a good. I like that. It makes sense, right?
Uh,
Because now I believe they said maybe. They didn't
maybe
confirm that, but because
might
they could restrict his command cards, they might restrict that command card. Who knows?
be hilarious. Following that, they said any command card or errata updates will happen before the unit releases. Oh, Markson missed the boat on that one.
No, no, they
Uh,
got errated before.
not in the card.
Oh,
It
they
says
said specifically on the cards.
it says any command card or errata updates will happen before the unit releases.
I
I
don't think
read
that
that as
I don't think they're implying like printed on the
that
card.
way. Okay.
Yeah, because I think
Um,
I did think they did explain that these things are so far in development that they're already being printed out. By the time
gotcha.
the meta's there, like they just could change it, as print to play.
All right, this one's for Nick. Tauntaun Luke is likely not going to have access to some of Luke's command cards. This type of deal can happen to other units like Bark, Anakin, and Obi.
See, I told you they now confirmed that he could jump too. Uh, yeah. Yeah, as long as they don't mess with the CIS command cards, yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
They're gonna errata Grievous's cards.
I know. Don't do it. Don't do it. I want
Surprise
that.
July!
Yeah, don't do it. Jedi's Arch is amazing with the wheel bike.
This one I'm pumped for, because this is falling off the map. If anybody's pulled this off, man, but they said Secret Mission is still being looked at for adjustments.
Which yeah, and the changes they did to cumbersome. I mean, again, they made good moves in the past with other keywords, but I have total faith that they make Secret Mission like be awesome because of cumbersome.
Yeah, I remember Legacy Legion, like if somebody brought Padme or somebody brought R2 and Secret Mission was on the board, you couldn't just ignore it because
Yeah,
that could be the winning point,
yeah, yeah.
you know? I want to see it because now if people bring Padme, I laugh.
Mhm.
People bring R2 and I laugh.
Yeah.
Um, I haven't got to play against the upgrade Cassian. That seems kind of scary.
Mhm.
Um, but they need to make Secret make Secret Mission great again. I'm just kidding. No, really make it great again. I don't.
I
Bad
hope
joke. I'm
they
sorry.
do it in the form of that they don't get a point. Like you don't get a point, or it doesn't have nothing to do with the scoreboard. I hope it does something really good for the army. Like what if they did it to where if they got secret mission, it made like all your opponents. I'm spitballing here, but all your opponents' army surging now can't surge anymore. Because
No,
like
I
it's like Padme got that intel. It's just like, oh, this is how we combat them, and like takes away all the surging. I I don't know. I think that'd be cool.
no. I'm gonna go fire Mustafar hot take. You ready?
Go for it.
You score Secret Mission. If that unit is still alive at the end of that turn, you double score your POIs regardless if you're contested or not.
Or here, what if your opponent scores secret mission, they win the game.
No, that's too crazy.
Bro, if they did that, you would focus like laser where that person's gonna be. Like you're just like
You
you're not
wouldn't, you
you're
wouldn't,
dead.
you wouldn't, you wouldn't do that on like if they get let you score POIs double regardless.
No, no, I think yours is a good change too. Like to double because it still laser focuses them. Mine is just over the top, just
Yeah,
instant win.
there's no.
Yeah,
Might as well just bring in the Death Star. There's no,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
no, no,
They,
no.
that hey, the, they had different ways of getting points. What about different win conditions? Like, I don't know, man. That'd be spicy. It would definitely make it to where that character's getting targeted every
And
day.
that character's gonna be like 200 points.
Yeah, you're not
All
wrong.
right. All right, they said more next note as we're coming to almost to the end here. More points adjustments are coming. They were just focusing on other stuff for this update. Notably, a couple bounty hunters are being eyed up right now.
Good. Campaign.
Hopefully,
Reworks,
CAD.
baby. Give me.
Hopefully, CAD,
Yeah.
CAD, and then Rebel Boba should be
Man,
at the
listen,
top of
listen,
the list.
AMG. Listen, Cat doesn't need much love. All he needs is a point reduction and a rework on how his 3-pip works. That's it. That's all he really needs. And then he'd be good. He'd be great again.
Buff him up to red defense dice.
No, because like I like that he's
The
white saves. Like, cause it's risky for him, right? He's going out. He's being sneaky. He's got a lot of great keywords. He's got steady.
he's so close quarters. I believe he's the only close quarters bounty hunter that has white saves. The only other bounty hunter that has white saves is Bosk, which makes sense because he's shooting at 4. Mando's close quarter bounty hunter, red saves. Boba Fett's close quarter bounty hunter, red save. Rebel Boba.
Hold on. You want to take one of the best thing about the Mandos and give it to Cad Bane?
Yeah,
Cad Bane is
IG88,
wearing a trench coat. That's all that
IG
boy's wearing
IG88
is a
is
robot.
trash, and he has red save, but he's a
But
bounty hunter.
he's a robot. I don't
Cat
know,
is the
man.
best in the West, dude.
Hey, no, he's best in the West because how swifty he is, not because he's got all this armor on.
Okay, so
He's
speed
light.
three,
He's nimble, bro. He's like, come catch me.
speed 3, Cad Bane coming in.
Yeah, there we go.
We'll see. Fingers
Yeah.
crossed. But for me, I love hearing that. Rebel Boba, and Cad Bane, and IG, please be at the top of that list.
Yeah.
Um, gotta be. Um, the new characters now are being priced with the new point system in mind. So if you get a character you feels and for instance, Luke and Tauntaun, we don't Luke and Han on a Tauntaun, we don't know their points, but we know now that they're being cost appropriated for this version of the game. Whereas some of our units are have points lingering from old versions of the game,
Yeah.
if that makes any sense.
Yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Um, so for you competitive players out there, besides the print and play stuff that we got, no new missions are going to be revealed before Adepticon. The print and play is used to get around the 2 year release time from actually finished and actually available for us to go buy. Kind of word solided that, but no new missions before Adepticon. You are allowed to bring the new missions they revealed. Um, which is good. Everybody going to competitive tournaments hate when new shit just drops right before,
Mhm.
which made sense because they had their old, what was it, 2 week street date. If it didn't drop 2 weeks before the event, you couldn't take it.
Yeah.
Um, they say points updates won't always have new cards. Um, just depends on what they have ready. And then lastly, which is the biggest one, I think, red player, and I know you can't tell me I'm wrong, is so we went from it's a pendulum thing. We
Yeah.
went from super pace tactical to super aggressive, and it feels like turn zero. We went from blue player all the way to red player.
Yeah.
So what they said is we could be possibly seeing changes to turn zero again in order to keep red player from being too strong during setup. Um, in 18 months or whenever Battle Pack 3 drops, they could maybe swap to Old Legion setup, not confirmed. They're looking at turn zero.
I hope they don't go back to old Legion because fighting for the bid was the worst. I hated fighting for the bid. And I like what they're doing now with the whole randomness. Now, I do agree red being red player is the most advantaged, you know, spot you want to be in turn zero currently, and it does need some kind of rework to kind of balance out for blue player. But yeah, man, I just don't go back to the bid system. That's my greatest fear. I don't like the bid system.
They just did an over. Like, I know you don't play MCP, but they just did an overhaul to MCP system because before it was you roll 5 dice and that's how you determine priority. And in MCP, depending on on the list that you take, sometimes you wanted priority. You wanted to go first.
Hmm.
Um, and what AMG did was they said that part of the way they over and then you took like we had discussed before, you take three crisis and three I don't know, reds and blues. You took three reds and blue, three red, three blues. So what they did to the overhaul for that game was they upped your reds and blues to five.
Mm,
So you couldn't spec into exactly what you needed. Because
sure.
when you have three cards, you can just pick the three that you need on either color.
Which is kind of like O Legion, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
now what happens is you roll for priority. Whoever gets priority gets priority. You deal out. You mix up. I'll mix up my five reds. You'll mix up your five blues. You'll pull two blues or two reds. I'll pull two blues, and then we go picking from there. It just adds randomness to the system. But the caveat to that is now once everything's set up, you got to roll for priority again. So just because you won priority doesn't, and you love the fact that you have priority, doesn't mean you're gonna have it after everything's said and done. So
Sure.
I think what they might do is added some kind of double priority shenanigans. Because a lot of it has crossover. We can't deny that.
No,
A
you're not
lot of
wrong.
MCP and Shatterpoint has crossover with Legion now in terms of winning priority, stuff like that.
And this might be a little bit too much of buff for blue player, but what if they did blue player bans first, red then bans twice, then blue player bans
Like
last.
round robin.
Yeah,
Like when you did your like your fantasy football drafts.
yeah, yeah. Like red has to go twice, and then blue, and then I think that might be a nice change. If that proves to be a little bit too advantage to blue player, then make red player start by picking table side, so blue player can have the initiative to take that if need be. Because no matter how you slice it, whoever gets to pick last in the ban process is always going to be the advantage one, right?
How much weight do you put on deployment?
A lot,
Like, well,
a
no,
lot.
no. So you pick you. So I'm saying I'm trying to think about it like
Well, okay,
if they implement double priority. So we do the roll off, we win
yeah.
priority, we go blue red blue red blue red. Now game setup, we roll again to see who deploys first. Do you think that puts a rent? Do you think there's any weight to that?
Well, there's no more deploying, right? But
Well, who goes first to put their soldiers on the field?
well, no, yeah,
Because
I think
if I gotta if I gotta deploy if I start deploying my guys first, you
well
know,
the thing is that
and
that's the command card, right? Because whoever plays the fist or the purple
oh
command card,
yeah, that's
yeah.
right, yeah.
I mean, round robin could be a thing, or you could do that. You only ban one. So, for instance, the most important thing in turn zero is the mission objective. You want the mission objective to favor you. That's the priority you go for. But let's say I'm blue player, mission objective. I flip over my mission objective. I ban the mission objective. Whatever I flip over is now locked in. Like you can't keep
Or
banning it.
or you can't ban back to back same color.
Yeah, yeah. That would be a good change. Like,
Because then it's not locked. So like for instance, if you ban into your red,
mm-hmm.
if you ban into your red, and then I ban into my red, because you banned red prior, you can't ban into another red. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You would have to go blue or green. Or if you banned my clone advantage, and then now I got advanced intel, on your turn you can't ban my advanced intel because you already did green prior.
Right.
I think
Right.
that might be cool.
Yeah, no, I think that'd be great. I think that's a good chance that could happen.
I like your round robin idea though. Like I've done a lot of fantasy drafts and
Yeah.
you
It,
know,
it it just makes blue player great at being the last pick, and then again, maybe you make red by default start with choosing the table side, So I don't know. But anyways, is that all of it?
yeah, it's all of it. That's exciting stuff. Like I'm glad they in that interview they did more for me in that as a player and a fan of the game. They did more for me in that interview than they did with the actual points updates, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, like they kind of answered the reasoning behind some things and what's to come kind of excites you a little bit more.
Even things that I've been wanting and asking and pleading for since the new version of the game came out,
Mm,
now I can rest easy knowing those changes are coming.
yeah.
Not now, but that means I only have to put up with running to a static POI and getting destroyed for, X amount of more months until I get to finally bring back what I said I wanted, which was list makeup, like making your lists, like making your lists matter again. Because JR is gonna build it in your face. We're gonna sit on all these static POIs, and I'm gonna run away with everything type POIs. And now that turn zero is really gonna matter.
Yeah. Yeah, it is definitely gonna matter. So
It's gonna be awesome, dude.
yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And whenever you're free, man, we still need to get our game in because
Yeah,
I
no, I
want to
haven't
play
forgot.
Grievous so much.
I want to run you over with
I
Grievous.
want to. I can't wait for those wheel bikes. But
So
anyways,
when we play, I'll just bring Impact everything.
hey, go for it. That's not a bad strat. But you know what I'm bringing. But all right, boys. I guess just boy, because you're the only one here.
Call me
Um,
is that a fat joke?
fat joke. When is getting called a boy a fat joke?
No, you said boys first.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Any of those that are still listening, we appreciate you guys listening. Thank you so much. And Jose, thank you as always for joining me.
Yep, yep.
And yes, any last words, Jose?
Uh, they mentioned Gungans, and they said because somebody had asked a damn question, they weren't going to reveal anything. I know they're kidding. I hope they're not. We need Gungans.
Well, the good news is they know we want Gungans, and if they know we want Gungans, that's an easy dollar price, or sorry,
Oh,
easy thing to like cha-ching in.
that's
So
that's printing money,
yeah,
dude.
they would. I bet you it's in the works already. You just got to wait for them to finish it all. We should become playtesters. That way we can know, right? But yeah, 27th, the Saturday, December 27th. Come to our local Legends for a recon tournament. We'll have a blast, and we'll see you guys next time. Later.
Better.